From the Hampton High School Gymnasium on the campus of Hampton High School, WHCS Channel 29 presents Peninsula District Basketball. The Hampton Crabbers girls team versus the Phoebus Phantoms girls team. I'm Tim Cole with Bob Hintz and A.G. Womble. Welcome to our coverage of high school basketball, both girls and boys, for 1990. And Happy New Year, Bob.
Happy New Year to you, Tim. We've got A.G. across the way with Coach Ivory Knight of the Hampton Crabbers. So, A.G., why don't you go ahead and take it?
Okay, Bob, we do have Coach Ivory Knight. Coach, a few girls sick. What about the condition tonight?
Well, I feel they're in a much better condition tonight. We should show you a little better action on their part.
All right, what do you expect from Phoebus tonight?
Well, I expect them to come at us with all they have, and we're going to try to go with them with all we have. And if we can take away the inside game, we should be able to do a good job.
All right, good luck to you. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
All right, Bob, Ivory Knight.
Thank you, A.G. The coach for the Phoebus, of course, is Mike Talon. We got a chance to follow Mike all the way to the state finals last year, where they lost a heartbreaker in the state championship. But he's got a great team this year, Tim.
And we'll be watching a team that is 10-2, 7-0 in the Peninsula District, and that is the team coached by Mike Talon. And we're going to go across the court right now for a quick word with head coach Mike Talon.
All right, we do have Mike Talon. Mike, you had the two losses, but the girls were a little under the weather. You're undefeated in the district. What about the Crabbers tonight?
They've got some talented young kids. Cheyenne Hill's been one of the better big players in the district for years, and if she's getting into shape, she could present problems for a lot of people. They're a pretty young team, but they've had some good games, and they've had some down ones like we had. So, it could be a good ball game.
All right, defensively, anybody out there on the Crabber team besides Cheyenne you're going to have to look out for?
All of them. I mean, you got to go into every game expecting the unexpected from everybody, because you never know what's going to spark somebody from one.
Everybody recovered healthy from the flu, etc.
I tell you what, that was a bad week. I got accused of not calling the score in because we were losing, and things like that, and the kids were down about that, and they, I had 4 kids with 105-degree temperatures, and we put them into bed 5 minutes after the game. I mean, we had a rough week.
All right, Coach, good luck to you tonight. Bob?
Thank you, A.G. Tim, we've got the lineup, so if we can go ahead and get the lineups on the screen, we'll show them. There's a good shot of A.G. and the officials over there. You've got the officials, Tim.
On the left there, with his back to you, is John Dedro, and Ruben Lemons is to the right. There you see
John Deduro, he told me. Deduro,
okay.
There you go.
Now we're going to have the introductions of the lineup, so why don't we show that on the screen as they are introduced. How does that sound? The Crabbers, by the way, are 4-3 in the district, 5-5 overall.
Lineups for the Lady Phantoms. Number 24, Juanita Cook.
Juanita Cook is the first Phantom to be introduced. She is, of course, a returner from last year.
And this is the young lady,
Lakeisha Frett,
14 years old, 6'2", freshman.
She looks like a basketball player.
Boy, she does.
Number 25, Rashawn Reese. Number 46, Monica Hart.
Keisha Reese, 33, Chantel Pitt, and Monica Hart rounding out the starting line. There you see their names. Actually, we've had a change there, Bob. They introduced, or they showed number 33, Chantel Pitt coming out.
Hey, that's the one that started. Mike gave me, he slipped me a Mickey.
And now here are your starters for the home team, the Lady Crabbers.
For the Lady Crabbers now.
Number 52, Urbana Galbraith.
Dana Galbraith, number 52.
Letitia Lee.
54, Letitia Lee.
Number 24, Kim Fleming.
Kim Fleming, number 24, will be another starter.
Number 50, Cheyenne Hill.
Cheyenne Hill, a young lady we've seen now for 3 years.
And number 32, Angela Coppage.
And Angela Coppage, number 42.
By Ms. Ivory Knight, assisted by Arthur Jones.
Art Jones is the assistant to Ivory Knight.
Your officials for this contest, the referee, Mr. Lemons, the umpire, Mr. Deduro.
Mr. Diduro, I want to apologize for him for massacring his name in the initial there.
Well, just watch it, will you? Because if he comes back, he may come back at me thinking I gave him the wrong information.
We remind you that we play 4 8-minute quarters in high school basketball. When we have an opportunity, you and I could do a little recap. You know, the abrupt end to our football coverage caught us a little short there.
Yes.
We didn't get a chance to congratulate all the different coaches and teams for their huge success in the Peninsula District this past season. But we'll, as time permits, maybe get a little chance to reflect on some of that from 1989 into the new generation. Here
Yes,
we
sir.
are, by golly.
Well, watch Phoebus, Tim. They're going to come out and they will dog you man-to-man full court, put a lot of pressure on you. They're very, very tenacious on defense.
Tap is controlled by the homestanding Hampton Crabbers. Pass underneath is knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it was touched by the Phoebus Phantoms that belonged to the Crabbers. Inbounding for the Crabbers will be Kim Fleming, number 24. Galbraith gives to Coppage, number 42. She's guarded by Chantel Pitt, young lady we saw play for Phoebus last year.
Yeah, well, the Phoebus will be a whole lot better after first semester. They've got a young lady coming back that we saw last year that is awesome speed and everything. And Mike was telling me today that he put her on the second team practice and the second team beat his first team. He says she's that good.
Who is that?
Surprise,
Oh.
you'll see.
You're going to bring Nikki Reed out of retirement, right?
And you believe that?
And we've got a whistle and a traveling call. So consecutive turnovers give the ball back to the Crabbers. Still no score. Played a little less than a minute.
Oh, they're picking them up at half court rather than full court tonight.
Galbraith will shoot from the free throw line. It's well short. And it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Phantoms. May have heard that brief conversation AG had with Mike Talon. His team lost 2 games in a holiday tournament, and those games were lost because the majority of his players were so sick they couldn't even get out of bed, let alone play basketball.
That's true. That was a nice inside pass to Monica Hart.
And Monica Pooh, that's her nickname, Hart connects Chantel Pitt.
And that was just a loose ball. She picked it up, and that's what Phoebus will do. They'll pressure you and make you have a lot of turnovers.
The ball knocked away from behind. It's chased down in the corner, and they're going to say it was last touched by the Phantoms, so it'll belong to the Crabbers.
Yeah, I was right surprised that Cheyenne was chasing that ball because she didn't want to try to get it and then lose it out of bounds.
Looping pass inside is picked off by the Phantoms. Baseline jumper is no good. Rebound to Phoebus. Shot no good. And finally controlled by the Crabbers. Bringing down the board was Tisha Lee. And we've got a traveling call against the Lady Crabbers.
They can't pick up that pivot foot. That's a no-no.
First substitution of the ball game will find coming in Noelle Blanc, number 31, and she'll come in replacing Lakeisha Frett for the Phantoms.
And I'm looking for her father, who is directly behind us. He's a full colonel in the Air Force, and he's got his video camera. Every time she comes in, the video camera comes on.
16-footer, nothing but net. Juanita Cook connecting for the Phantoms, and they lead 6-0. Double teamed at the midcourt line, and the first foul of the ball game will be called against Chantel Pitt.
And she kind of knew she had done that. That was she was a little mad at herself. She reached in.
That was one you and I could have called.
Yes.
Substitutions now as Lucretia Williams will come in for the Lady Phantoms to replace Chantel Pitt. Also for the Crabbers, it is number 32, Vivian Moss. We get a chance to watch the replay of the foul right here. You'll see Chantel will just reach in and use her body as well to block, and of course you can't do that. And we've got a foul. The basket will count.
It was a nice driving shot. And of course, we want to wish everybody a happy new year and a new 1990s. We're out of the 80s now.
And I feel a lot older, too.
Well, you look a lot older, too. Anybody's going to be a grandpa for the second time.
I'm telling
you. You ought to look old. But I'm going to catch up with you. I got my first one due anytime now.
That's what I understand. It's going to be Grandpa Bob. Travers steal the ball in the corner, trailing 6-2.
That was a nice double team that caused that turnover.
Cheyenne Hill, guarded closely by Monica Hart. Galbraith back to Hill on the give and go. Her shot too strong and rebounded by the Phantoms. And then we've got a foul as reaching in was Dana Galbraith. And that will be a non-shooting foul. Further substitutions, Chantel Pitt comes back in for the Phantoms, and she'll replace Lucretia Williams.
And you can see the foul there. She bumped her and almost knocked her out of bounds, which was a good call by Ruben Lemons.
Juanita Cook's pass is a little tall. Knocked out of bounds. They'll say it was last touched by one of the Crabbers. 5:08 remaining here in the first quarter. 6-2, Phoebus over the Crabbers. Chantel Pitt to Juanita Cook, looking inside, trying to go to the young freshman, Fret, and she's fouled.
Wait till she gets the ball and shoots it. You're going to be pleasantly surprised how a freshman handles the ball and shoots the ball as well as she does. She's got an excellent touch.
Foul was charged to Tisha Lee. That's her first. Outside jumper off the rim, no good, and the rebound comes off for Lee. Back come the Crabbers. Pushing up the court is Angie Coppage. Now Vivian Moss has it taken away.
There's a nice steal by Monica Hart. She's showing a little bit of speed there. Anticipation.
Juanita Cook, a good call by Ruben Lemons. She did have her toe on the out-of-bounds line, so good call there. At least from our vantage point, it appeared to be.
Yes, she definitely stepped on the out-of-bounds line.
4.5 minutes to go, 6-2, Phoebus. A slow start so far. Jumper no good. Rebound comes off for the Phantoms. This is Fret, the freshman. And we've got a whistle. We got a traveling call.
Oh, that's a shame. That was a nice move, but that was a good ball handling by Lucretia Fret to bring the ball up, and nice pass inside.
Hampton trailing by 4. Midway through the first quarter. Three-point shot is short. And it comes off for the Phantoms. Down court quickly, Juanita Cook underneath. She forces the shot up. And it's rebounded by Letitia Lee. Both teams ice cold here in the first quarter. Shot appeared to be a shot at least, but it works out to be a pass as
nice.
Cheyenne Hill connects. And the Crabbers trail by 2. Pass inside. Good save on an Ish by Fret, and she turns around and puts it in.
You fall in love with her. She is.
You're on her fan club, aren't
yes,
you?
I am.
This is my first opportunity to see her.
I've got to see her play a couple, 3 times this year already. I've watched all the Hampton schools play. Plus, I've got to see Ferguson and Denby and some of the other Lafayette. And there's no girl that's going to have the potential, this young lady, in 4 years, if she continues to grow and listens to Coach Mike Talon, she's going to be just an amazing story out of the Peninsula.
Well, she's got a great coach and a great tradition at Phoebus to go through. Mike Talon has done wonderful things with the program at Phoebus through the years. Of course, she's had a lot of help from a great number of talented young ladies, but you got to have a good coach.
It's not only being a good coach, but being a good teacher. And Mike does teach, and he expects the girls to work hard at what he teaches them, and you can see the results.
Hampton leading 8-4. 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. This is Kim Fleming to Cheyenne Hill. Travers moving the ball around well. Vivian Moss. Kim Fleming. Galbraith inside, has it knocked away. Hampton being very deliberate, and now Cheyenne Hill calls play number 4. Let's see what that play is. I don't believe the referee was the intended recipient of that pass. Juanita Cook. And they call the foul on Hill. That was a pretty good defensive effort, I thought.
I think so too.
Looked like Cheyenne stood her ground, didn't leave her feet, had her arms up in the air, and looked like she may have been jumped into. But of course, the official that much closer and in the correct position to call it, made the call against Hill. That'll be her first, the 3rd team foul. And there you see a good look at Juanita Cook. Cookie Cook steps to the line with 2 shots. Misses the first. Get a chance to look at the foul again. Watch this now. You're going to see Juanita come in. Well, this is not the same play here.
No, it is.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Looks like a pretty good defense.
Yeah, it did.
God knows she missed both free throws.
Oh, they're going to have another one. That was a lane violation, so Cookie will have another shot at it.
Fret getting ready to check in, but she's obviously going to replace Juanita Cook, so she'll hold out until an opportunity to replace Juanita. And Cook finally connects on the free throw, and Juanita will come out of the ball game, and Fret will check in. 9-4 Phoebus. Just under 2 minutes to go. Long pass, and an attempt to save the ball by Kim Fleming goes awry. So Phoebus will get it back, trailing by 5. This is Pitt and Fret. Also in the ball game now is Kim Young. I checked that. Number 14 is Sharonka Chapman for Phoebus, and they turn the ball over.
That's not making Mike happy. These are really silly little turnovers, and he doesn't like that.
And now Hampton returns the favor. Talon has been unhesitating in his substitutions here in the first quarter.
He will substitute right freely, try to get a continuity going.
Tanya Brooks comes in for the Lady Phantoms.
The Hampton Crabbers are playing a real nice 2-3 zone, but nobody picked up the drive, and that was number
34, Tanya Brooks.
Tanya Brooks
just came in the ball game, and you're right, no one was paying attention to her. She just drove the basket. Looks like a scrum over there, but finally the ball comes out in the hands of the Lady Crabbers. Vivian Moss, her nickname is Poochie.
And she's a 3-point shooter.
Inside of a minute now, 11-4 Phoebus. Baseline runner by Galbraith is no good. Back come the Phantoms. Chantel Pitt looks inside for Fret.
Did you see that catch?
Yeah,
that's what she has got, excellent hands.
So Miss Fret now, and the ball intercepted. Chantel Pitt's shot goes halfway down and comes back out. And the rebound comes off to the Phantoms. 30 seconds to go. Monica Hart will shoot, no good. And then a foul underneath.
And that's 3 offensive rebounds credited to the Phantoms that time.
And Cheyenne Young will be called for her second personal foul.
Cheyenne Hill, not Young.
Cheyenne Hill. See, I got Hills and Youngs.
She's young.
Young Cheyenne Hill is what I was trying to say. Stepping to the free throw line will be Tanya Brooks with 2 points so far. She'll get 2 shots. And she misses the first of 2. And hits the second. Get a chance to watch the basket before the foul.
To watch the hands on Fret. See how she grabbed the ball, come down, we're right up, concentration, and banking that ball right off the glass. Excellent.
Good work there, Slow-Mo Joe. Glad to have the crew back together here for 1990. Slow-Mo Joe Lewis doing his usual superb job. Of course, he gets all those great feeds from the camera people.
Yes, he does.
And we have good ones.
You can have all the slow motion you want. If you don't have good camera shots, it's not going to do you any good.
Hampton appeared to be waiting for the last shot and then may have taken just too much time before they got that one away, but it goes no good. And after the quarter, our score, Hampton 14, Phoebus 4, and AG understands got someone to talk with behind us here.
Right, Tim, we got Colonel George Blanc, Noel's father. Colonel 14-4, first quarter's going pretty good for the Phantoms.
It's going pretty good. We're dominating, but we haven't really gotten hot yet.
Okay, notice you've been doing a lot of filming tonight. That's a good training tool there. You watching Noel?
Yeah, this was a Christmas present, and we use it to capture Noel's play, my daughter's play. And then sometime after the game, we look at it, and she gets a chance to see how she played.
She played last year. How do you compare the two teams, Colonel?
It's hard to compare a 29-1 team to anything, but I actually think we have a deeper team this year. I think Coach can pull out about 10 players almost any time he wants to and maintain the momentum of the game. I don't think he could do that last year.
Good program going on over there at Phoebus.
Super program. In fact, you can see him developing the freshmen. He's already building his team 2 or 3 years from now.
Okay, Colonel, good luck to you.
Thanks so much.
All right, Tim, Colonel George Blanc.
Okay, thank you, AG. We had a discussion last year. We wondered how to pronounce the last name, and it is the French pronunciation, which is Blanc.
Okay.
And
because I would have killed it.
Well, that's the French pronunciation. I just wasn't sure he did it. Get that Americanization in there, you kind of ruin it sometimes.
Yeah.
Turnover gives the ball to the Crabbers. You know, the Crabbers are down by 10, but Phoebus could be way out in front.
They have just uncharacteristically have turned the ball over on a lot of traveling calls, which I have not seen that often with the Phoebus team, and it's just that they're not playing. They're playing just real little, I think, real tight right now. They're not loose and in the flow of the game, and that makes a big difference.
Inbounds pass is intercepted and then stolen away by the Crabbers. So consecutive turnovers. Vivian Moss got it. Now the Phantoms get it back. Play extremely sloppy here in the first half. Underneath, good pass.
Nice pass by Fret.
Keisha Reese connects for her first bucket. All alone down court, and it's good. So Dana Galbraith gets her first bucket, and it's still a 10-point lead for the Phantoms, 16-6. 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Ball lost out of bounds, another turnover.
Mike is hot over there on the bench. Those are just not the kind of execution that he expects from this Phoebus team. They're much better than that. Noel Blanc checks back in along with Cookie.
Hampton trailing by 10. Shot is off the rim, no good. Last touched by the Phantoms as it went out of bounds. Vivian Moss will inbounds. This is Hill guarded by Hart. Her shot is short. And the rebound comes off for Tanya Brooks. Cook to Blanc. Blanc's shot short. Juanita Cook got the rebound, put it up, no good. And then a jump ball ensuing between Frett and Galbraith. And the possession arrow will give the ball to the Crabbers. Now Ivory Knight is going to want to take a timeout.
Well, she's got to be pleased. The Phoebus is not playing that well, and her team is only down 10. I have seen Phoebus score. Played a good Denby team the other afternoon, and they held Denby to 1 point the third quarter, and Denby's got an excellent team.
Get a chance to watch a little of the action. This was the last shot that you saw from Noelle Blanc there.
Oh, that was a nice touch on the ball, just to come off the screen a little bit, but there you can see that could have been called a foul. Frett gets the ball but brings it down and is immediately tied up.
While we have a quick moment here, we'd like to make reference to the Peninsula standings for girls basketball as of this game coming into tonight. The Phantoms are atop the standings at 7-0 and 10-2 overall, followed by Lafayette at 6-2. Then there's a four-way logjam between Denby, Hampton, Menchville, and Bethel, all with 4-3 records in the district. Kecoughtan after that group with 2-5, and then Warwick and Ferguson round out the bottom of the list with 0-7 and 0-8 records respectively. So Phoebus, as they have been for some time, sitting atop the Peninsula District, 7-0. Inbounds pass for Monica Hart, Noelle Blanc, Juanita Cook. Shot forced up by Sharonka Chapman, and then was last touched.
I've just not seen a Phoebus team that can't hang on to the ball like they can tonight.
It is not a typical performance of the Phoebus team. But, you know, echoing what Colonel Blanc said, Mike seems to have no hesitation to go to his bench. He's got a very deep bench. One of the benefits of having good teams in the past is you can get action and playing time for your reserves.
Plus, Mike he's got his own JV team, and he has 7th and 8th graders and 9th graders on a JV team that he brings and lets some of them address and sit on the bench, and they practice with him. So he is developing his own farm system.
Shot rims the bucket. Frett got the rebound and a foul inside. Going to call this one on Dana Galbraith. That'll be her second. And Lakeisha Frett will go to the free throw line. We'll watch a replay of that last series. As you're watching that, Frett misses the first of two. Here you see a good look at the young freshman, and she's 0 for 2. So the Phantoms not doing well at the free throw line. They are just 2 out of 6 so far. And we've got a traveling call. So the pressure defense causes the turnover. Juanita Cook causing that Hampton turnover.
There goes your hot dogs, Tim.
I was going to say, come back here.
I saw you starting to drool.
5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. 16-6 remains the score. Phoebus has the ball stolen. No good, and back come the Phantoms. This is Frett, 2-on-1. Got Cook on the right side. Frett will take it herself, and she's fouled. Foul will be charged to Vivian Moss. That is her first. Frett hits the first.
Watch it on the replay. She goes up to take the shot, and it just grabs her arm right there. Good shot, camera people. Jerome and Angela on the cameras, along with young Sam.
Does young Sam have a last name?
Oh, young Sam has got a, yes, he's got a last, I think it still, if I'm not,
He still has a name, right?
Yeah, still has a name.
4:50 left here in the first half, 17-6. Phoebus by 11. But it has been probably the poorest play I've ever seen a Phoebus team. I don't mean to be overly critical, but I'm just calling it the way I'm seeing it. This is not a typical Phoebus outing.
No, they're playing real sloppy. Both teams are playing sloppy.
A whistle and a foul underneath. Ruben Lemons will tell us who the foul is against. Foul is charged to Monica Hart. That'll be her first. It's a player control foul. Vivian Moss with a three-point shot, and she was fouled on the three-pointer, and that'll make your hair go gray.
Yeah, it will. That was not a good foul by Lucretia Frett.
That's the first on her. It'll be a two-shot foul. Be sure and watch Hampton highlights daily at 4, 7, and 11 on Channel 29, a program of information and education. Channel 29, your viewing alternative in Hampton. Get a chance to watch the replay of the foul.
And she just came right into it. She went up for the block and just came right into it.
One out of two for Galbraith on that last. It's now a 10-point lead again. Cook inside for Hart. Hart puts it in. 4 points for Monica Hart, and it's a 12-point Phoebus lead with 3:45 to go. Baseline.
And it was
drive.
a double dribble, I believe, is what Ruben called.
So yet another turnover. Inside, Frett's turnaround jumper doesn't go. She got her own rebound, but then had it stolen away.
She'll learn when you get the ball, you don't bring it down.
And lost out of bounds, last touch by the Crabbers.
I see a diet drink down there. Did Sam bring you a drink?
No, I didn't see Sam bring us a drink.
Oh, okay.
He's going to bring us some hot dogs at halftime.
I know where that Dr. Pepper came from. That came from Joe, Slow-Mo Joe.
Is he working at the concession stands too? Heavy traffic inside, finally controlled by the Phantoms, Sharonka Chapman. Cook fires, it doesn't go. And the ball is loose. Noel Blanc scrambles for it and gets it for the Phantoms.
It's good hustle.
Noel
Nice
will
pass.
feed
Nice
inside.
pass.
Shot no good. Keisha Reese will go to the free throw line. Both teams are over the limit. This foul is going to be against Letitia Lee, and that'll be her third. So the free throw shooting continues to be a problem for both teams. And the turnover gives the ball back to the Lady Phantoms. 2:42 left, 20-7. Phoebus on top. the jumper is good. Keisha Reese with 4 points. Check that. Yeah, Reese has 4. Way downtown, Vivian Moss.
She will shoot those 3-pointers.
22-10. Inside of 2 minutes to go in the half. Moss connects for her second consecutive basket, and the lead is back to 10. Monica Hart, turnaround jumper, no good. Battle inside, and who's got it? Finally, the Lady Crabbers have it. Kim Fleming puts a shot up, kicks it out, put it in. That is Dana Galbraith. And it's an 8-point lead. So Ivory Knight's team has not given up. Monica Hart puts it in. 6 points for Big Monica. And we're down to 1 minute remaining in the first half. 24-14. Hampton can cut the lead to 8. Driving one-hander, no good, and then a jump ball. And the possession arrow will give the ball to the Phantoms.
Hampton put on quite a spurt here.
Juanita Cook's shot is too strong. Back come the Crabbers. Quickly down the floor, Dana Galbraith. She's a 1-on-3 situation. Ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Keisha Reese of Phoebus. Sandra Thompson, number 22, comes in for the Lady Crabbers. She'll give Vivian Moss a breather. 27 seconds remaining in the half. Tim Cole, Bob Hintz, and A.G. Womble coming to you from Hampton High School. The Lady Crabbers and the Phoebus Phantoms. A blocking foul on the baseline. That is the 3rd foul on Cheyenne Hill. Now check that.
Can't be Cheyenne.
No, I'm sorry, they didn't update the board there. That in fact is on Sharonka Chapman. That's her first. At the free throw line is Tisha Lee. She has 2 points, and she misses the free throw, but the Crabbers get the ball back.
Every loose ball the Crabbers are coming up with. Anytime there's two people having the ball, Crabbers are coming up with it. They're just out hustling the Phantoms right now.
Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Crabbers.
We got 10 seconds to go in the first half, and when we finish up with the half, before we cut away, AG's got Gordon White, one of the assistant principals here at Bethel High School, at Hampton High School. He was a girls basketball coach at Kecoughtan at one time.
Shot goes in and comes out at the buzzer. So after 2 periods of play, the score is Hampton 24.
No, Phoebus 24.
Phoebus 24, Hampton 14. In that quarter, Hampton stayed right with them. And scored 10 points apiece.
And I think both coaches would say that the play was really sloppy. I think Hampton is just playing a little more with a little more confidence right now because they end up with all the loose balls.
After 1 quarter, it was 14-4 in favor of Phoebus. And at halftime, they lead by 10, 24-14. Before we break away, we're going to have AG. Who you got there with you, AG?
Tim, we got Gordon White here. Gordon, Crabber's down by 10, but they're hanging in there first half.
Yeah, AG, they are hanging in. You know, our girls came out tonight as if they wanted to play some ball. We had a big letdown on last week, and I think our girls want to prove to the fans and to our student body that they're a little better team than they showed at Lafayette.
Right, no question about that. I think they had a few girls out sick the other night also.
I think they did, but that's no excuse. You know, we can't rely on excuses. We play the game on the floor, and that's why we have to win or lose.
What about the second half? Phoebus, even though they're up by 10, they're awful tough.
Phoebus is a good ball club. They've got good coaching, and Talent has done a great job for them over the years. But, you know, I'd like to see our girls hang in there, and we don't have a big letdown. If we can't overcome this, then at least we'll be respectable.
All right, final question. What about the boys' game? Any predictions?
Well, you know, I'm going to have to go with the Crabbers. You know, we have only lost one, and we're the defending state champions, and I think we're going to do well tonight.
All right, Gordon White. All right, thank you, Gordon. Gordon White. Tim?
All right, AG, and that is a game we'll be doing a little later on. You'll see that on a different day here on Channel 29. We'll be doing both girls and boys high school basketball right here on Channel 29. So our halftime score, the Phoebus Phantoms 24, the Hampton Crabbers 14. We'll return with third quarter action after this brief timeout. Halftime, our score 24-14 in favor of the Lady Phantoms. Running down the unofficial scoring very quickly for you. The Phantoms were led by Monica Hart with 6 points on 3 baskets. Fret had 5 points, 2 baskets and a free throw. 4 points for Brooks, 2 points for Pitt, 4 points for Keisha Reese, and 3 points for Juanita Cook. For the Lady Crabbers, they were paced by Dana Galbraith with 5 points in the first half. 5 points for Vivian Moss, 2 each for Cheyenne Hill and Letitia Lee. And that is our scoring at halftime. And you see some of the replay of some of the first half action. Shot from the corner by the Lady Crabbers. That was a shot going in by Dana Galbraith late in the first half. Bob, your comments on the first half of play?
Well, I was kind of disappointed in the play itself because I thought both teams looked kind of ragged. It was not a smooth basketball game. I know Hampton Crabbers have got to be happy. They're only down 10, and they kind of figured that I believe like anybody else when you play Phoebus that they're going to put a lot of pressure on you. You're going to have a lot of turnovers. You're going to give up a lot of easy baskets. They have not done that. Phoebus has not played up to their potential, and part of the reason may be because of what the Crabbers are doing tonight.
Be sure to stay abreast of the latest news, weather, and sports Monday through Friday at 1, 5, and 9 p.m. on Channel 29 with Bev Penn, followed by the community calendar with Jerome Young right here on Channel 29. 16 minutes of action remaining for these two teams. The Phantoms looking to keep their district record unblemished. They come into the game undefeated in the Peninsula District at 7-0. Crabbers, of course, trying to reverse a trend for themselves. They lost Tuesday night in a game at Lafayette where they had a number of players who were sick and just had a tough time of it. Hampton controls the tap. And a 5-second violation.
As a 5-second closely guarded, if you're not doing anything and you're close to guard for 5 seconds, it's a defensive gem and it's a turnover. Defense gets the ball, in this case Phoebus.
Fret from 7 feet gets her own rebound in heavy traffic, has it knocked away. And who's got it now? I believe they're going to say Phoebus will keep possession.
Lucretia Fret missed a shot, got the rebound, went down and dribbled and lost the ball. She's got to keep that ball above the heads and not put it on the floor.
Fret's shot is too strong. Back come the Crabbers. This is Vivian Moss. Her shot is short, and it's knocked out of bounds, last touched by a Phantom. Hill looking inside. Her pass is knocked away, but the Crabbers get it back. Galbraith through heavy traffic. Kicks it back outside for Angie Coppage. Knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Phantoms. .706 remaining in the third quarter. If you just joined us, you're watching the Lady Crabbers of Hampton High School hosting the Lady Phantoms of Phoebus High School. In the Peninsula District basketball game, Chantel Pitt steals and scores. I'm Tim Cole. Bob Hintz is along with me and A.G. Womble as we are playing the first of our regular season schedule of high school sports.
And Hampton calls a quick timeout. They didn't like what was going on over there.
6:51 remaining in the third quarter. Tune to Channel 29 on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:15 p.m. for Bedtime Stories, a program geared to the young at heart. There you get a chance to look at some of the folks, and we get a chance to watch a replay here. That was just the very tail end of the action there. Joe had a replay of a timeout. That was real good there, Joe. You got a replay of a timeout. Thank you, Joe. You know, you don't get that on the big boys.
No, they think that's incidental. That's not great camera work.
Could we go back and slow it down and watch that? Can we go back and slow it down and watch the way she put her hand on the ball? That was real classic.
Now here's the last steal and shot by the Phantoms.
What's that phrase? We'll get you for that one, Joe. Back to the live action. Ball stolen by the Phantoms, and then a foul in the backcourt. And that'll be foul against Letitia Lee. Chantel Pitt drove all the way down. Frett got the rebound and put it in. This is Frett, turnaround jumper off the glass, too strong. Gets her own rebound, puts it in.
She's starting to turn it up a notch.
It would appear that they're also concentrating on getting the ball to her.
And there she almost made a steal. And that's good hustle, good camera work by our people, as you can see.
30-14 now. Phoebus has gone on top by 16 after leading by 10 at the first quarter and the half.
That was Rick Navikas, who was in our picture momentarily, assistant principal at Phoebus High School.
Good hustle down court by Frett. She saved the ball into her teammates. Into Frett, guarded by Hill, put it up and in. So Lakeisha Frett is starting to assert herself. She had 4 points at halftime, and now she's got 10. Short on the shot. Frett rebounds, kicks it out for Monica Hart. Pitt did not see Juanita Cook down court. Shot is short, and back come the Lady Crabbers. This is Vivian Moss, guarded by Juanita Cook. You see Ivory Knight in the background, intently watching her Crabbers, and a 5-second violation.
And you could almost tell that was coming, and Ivory was kind of wanting her to take it to the basket, do something with it, give it up.
32-14, the Phantoms. 5:10 left in the third quarter. Frett, who's been hot, has to go in and out. Rebound is put up and in.
And I believe that might have been Cookie, number 24, got that.
Well, for lack of knowing for sure who it was, we'll give it to Miss Cook.
Give it to Cook.
We have a continual parade in front of our spot here.
Yeah, well, that's why we got the monitor. Sam says, watch the monitor a little more.
Long lead pass down court, and Dana Galbraith puts it in. She's got 7 points. And it's 34-16, Phoebus.
That's the first points by the Crabbers.
Took them almost 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes to do it.
You starting to get impressed with Lucretia Frett yet?
Yeah, I wasn't unimpressed. She is starting to assert herself. Now she steals the ball, and she's fouled by Hill. The basket will not count. Foul occurred on the inbounds pass, and Hill is called for the personal.
Well, they went from a 10-point lead to a 20-point lead rather quick in less than 4 minutes of this third quarter, and a lot of that has to do with the tenacious defense and the shooting prowess of Lucretia Frett.
They're just playing a lot better in the second half. There's just no two ways about it. They look much more in control here in the second half. Cook's shot.
That wasn't Cook, that was 25, Tim.
No,
I'm sorry, you're right.
Please don't be too quick to correct me. I'm stumbling here, but give me a break here, okay? Cook's shot was rebounded. It was actually a pass. We'll give her credit for a pass on it.
And that may be the young lady who made the last shot that we gave to Cook. I'm not sure. Number 25 there for the Phantoms.
What we need is Jerry the Z here to confirm these things.
Lucretia Reese may have been the one that got the basket. If we give it to the wrong one, we apologize, but we couldn't see who got it.
4:21 left, 36-16, third quarter. And 1 out of 2 for Miss Reese from the free throw line. 37-16. Shot from three-point land by Vivian Moss is no good, and then a tie up underneath.
And a foul is called.
Foul was called against Letitia Lee. That's her third. Check that, her fourth, they indicate now. So that's 2 Hampton players, 2 of the big girls with 4 personal fouls. Monica Hart's shot goes halfway down and comes out. Crabbers kick it out. This is Galbraith, 1-on-2. Put it in off the glass. (37-18). Inside for Frett. She's hammered, no call. And a whistle underneath on the ensuing shot by Keisha Reese.
Well, they missed the first one.
And if that indication is correct, that should be all for Letitia Lee. Let's just
And it is 5. They're holding 5 at the scoreboard. I mean, at the score table.
So Lee will foul out of the ball game.
And did she get 3 of them this quarter?
Yep, sure did. Get a chance to watch a replay of that foul.
Watch the first foul that was not called. The pass goes inside to Lakeisha Reed. I'm sorry, Frett, and she gets hammered. And there's the other foul.
First free throw from Reese was good, and the second one, no good. And they're going to say the ball was last touched before it went out of bounds by the Phantoms, and a timeout being called by the Hampton Crabbers with 3:37 remaining in the third quarter. Phantoms up by 20, 38-18. If you joined us late, the Phoebus team has led from the very beginning. They led by 10 after the quarter and a similar lead at halftime as both teams scored 10 points apiece in the second quarter. And in the third quarter here, the Phantoms have scored 14 points to just 4 for the Crabbers. And you look around and see a good crowd here, and of course crowd's still coming in. They'll be getting a chance to watch what should be a most entertaining ball game between the Crabbers boys team and the Phoebus boys team.
Yeah, that will be a good team, and we'll be glad to bring that one to you. I'm glad here we say the replay of the that last Hampton basket, and she went off the wrong foot, but put it off the board, kissed it right in there, just as pretty as a picture.
Just the way you diagram it, right?
Yeah. Hey, if you can bounce it off your head and make it go in, it's to make any difference. It counts 2 points either way.
Amen. Grabbers need to get back in this ball game pretty quickly here. Could have called a traveling, none was called. Vivian Moss's long shot is no good. Monica Hart kicks it out. Chantel Pitt will bring it down. Hart baseline for Fret. Fret's short jumper is short, but Monica Hart follows.
Nice follow by Monica.
8 points unofficially for Monica Hart. And the Phantoms have extended the lead now to 22. They steal the ball. Juanita Cook, in an effort to save it, throws it away. Back come the Crabbers, trailing 40-18. And they throw it out of bounds. Long lead pass, other end, out of bounds.
That was not a bad pass. Lucretia was open. If she'd have caught the ball, she'd have had a nice layup. And you want your girls, when they're bringing the ball down the court, to have their heads up.
Bodies all over the floor, and we've got a foul.
And the foul was on number 32 for the Crabbers. That's Moss. That's her second.
At the free throw line, Keisha Reese. She is 2 out of 7 from the free throw line. We'll get a chance to watch a replay of the foul.
This is the steal just prior to that, when we turn the ball over. Right there is a nice pass, and she gets hammered, as she can see. And the Crabber girls ran into each other.
Reese connects on 1 of 2. You know, we want to make sure we get the pronunciation. I would imagine the way this card is filled out, Bob, this is Lakeisha Fret.
What was I calling her?
Well, I thought you said Lucretia.
No, Lakeisha.
Yeah, Lakeisha Fret. She
Yes.
says her ambition is to play Major League ball.
And she's well on her way. If she just keeps a strong head and listens to Coach Mike Talon, she'll go on like Nikki Reed went on to Georgetown, and some of the other girls went on to major college sports.
Just a 9th grader, and she's 6'2".
I know that would impress you. I mean, she's eye to eye to you.
I'm telling you.
And she's taller than me, and I don't want to tell anybody that.
Keisha Reese will return to the free throw line. She's been there more than any other Phantom so far tonight. 8 times she has stepped to the free throw line, make that 9. And she misses. Fret gets the rebound and puts it in. A much taller Lakeisha Fret.
You notice she's doing different now. When she gets the rebound, she keeps it above her head and puts it right back in. She doesn't bring the ball down on the floor.
And a traveling call against the Crabbers. 43-18, a little less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Fret's shot is an air ball, but a foul underneath. This one will be charged to Kim Fleming, and none other than Keisha Reese will go again to the free throw line.
Do you have how many times she's been to the line this game?
Well, I have the number of times she's shot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 shots. Unfortunately, she's only made 3 of those.
That's not a good percentage. That's only 33% from the foul line.
But she's getting a lot of practice.
Yes, she is.
And she lets that practice pay off for her as she connects, and now she's got 4 out of 10, so she just improved her percentage.
And that was Lakeisha Fred on the rebound and going back up with it, and she was hammered.
Fred now 2 out of 5 from the free throw line. This one no good, but she got her own rebound. Into Monica Hart, in and out. Reese, no good, but she'll again return to the free throw line, and her play has been a very aggressive role, and she's kind of sparked the Phantoms here in the second half.
Yes, she has. She is doing a good job offensive rebounds, and that's where she is picking up the fouls for the most part, is on her shots off of rebounds.
Kim Fleming checks in for Vivian Moss for the Crabbers. Reese at the free throw line with 2 shots. Little jump shot. She connects. Fred ties up and long enough for a whistle, and the ball will belong to the Phantoms.
That's a set play, Tim.
Cook threw that ball high in the air to the 6'2" Fred, and she brought it down and put it up.
Took a giant step.
Tanika Massenberg hits for 2. Monica Hart, no good. And tipped out of bounds, last touch by the Crabbers. Vivian Moss will come back in, and she will replace Sandra Thompson for the Crabbers. A minute remaining here in the third quarter. 48-20. Phoebus by 28, and then a traveling call against Massenberg. Fred's shot is long. Back come the Crabbers. 48 seconds remaining. Third quarter. And a foul against Cook.
Get Blizzard if y'all need somebody.
40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Juanita Cook called for that last personal foul. Ball knocked out of bounds, belongs to the Crabbers. Cook steals for Phoebus. 22 seconds remaining. Reese to Pitt. Pitt's shot is short. Finally controlled by Hampton. And a traveling call. 9 seconds remaining third quarter. 48-20. Phoebus with a chance to have a 30-point lead at the break if they get it. Fred puts it in. 18 points for Lakeisha Fred, and it's 50-20.
How many points did she get this quarter? Do you have it by quarters?
She ended up with 14 points in the quarter.
I thought so.
Yep.
We have AG with us over the sides. Got David Blizzard, the JV coach here at Hampton High School. AG, if you can get a camera on you, take it away.
All right, Bob, we do have David. David, first of all, the Crabber girls having a little rough time, but congratulations. Your boys are now 8-0. You have to be pleased with the season so far.
So far, we're out. You know, we told the guys they work hard all year, and most of these guys returned from last year. 4 of them, in fact, started all last year. And, you know, they really hung in there. They played.
You got close there at the end. I think you got down to like 4 or 5 points. You didn't even realize it was that close, did you?
Well, I knew it was closer than any of the other games we had so far this year. But the guys, they hung tough in there, and they knew what they had to do.
JV and varsity, the program here at Hampton has just been awesome last couple of years.
Yeah, the JVs, I think last year we only lost 2 games, and the year before that, about 3. So we've been really up near the top and not on the top.
David, you're doing a great job. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Bob, back to you. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, AG, and David Blizzard, a former basketball player at Pembroke High School and at Winston-Salem.
And his JV team, that was what AG was alluding to, is 8-0 on the season, and they defeated the Phoebus JV team prior to this game, 65-59.
And he has a son that plays on that varsity team, is averaging about 10 points a game. It's just a junior, sophomore or junior. I'm not sure what he is.
And I'm sure all of the opponents for the boys varsity team down the road heard about the success the JV program's having here. It doesn't look like much lean times in sight for the Crabbers.
It sure doesn't. It sure doesn't. Yeah, young David is a 11th grader.
Fret misses the front end on the free throw, and the ball goes over to the Crabbers. Phoebus will be shooting the bonus for the remainder of this ball game, and only 1 team foul has been called against Phoebus here in the second half. So they've been aggressive, but they've been careful not to foul. That's a double dribble there. Cheyenne Hill didn't agree, but Reuben Lemons made the right call, I believe.
He was right on top of it.
Fret, who has been hot, has 20 points in the ball game. Make that 22 points. 20 points from the field, 2 from the free throw line. Moss can't handle the pass. It goes over on the turnover to the Phantoms. Juanita Cook will fire and hit. 7 points now for Juanita Cook. Three-on-one, back come the Phantoms. Cook puts it up herself, and a foul is called. That'll be on Angie Coppage, number 42.
They called a foul before the shot was taken, so it's a 1-on-1 that Cookie will be shooting.
A chance to watch the replay of the last foul there where the shot, well, that certainly could have been a continuation play.
Yeah, well,
motion.
They don't count continuation in high school, but you're right. That was a close call. I thought it was a shooting violation, but he called a 1-on-1.
I don't mean continuation in the sense of pro ball, but I mean she was going into the motion. She wasn't actually shooting, but she certainly was getting ready to release the ball. So
I agree.
The NBA is ridiculous on some of their continuation calls. I have to say, I'm sure some of the fans out there who watch the NBA on local cable have seen some of these things. The guy called for continuation call as he was leaving the bench on some occasions.
Yeah, crosses half court or something.
That's
right?
From deep in the corner, a three-pointer. Vivian Moss has 2 of those three-pointers, the only player in the game with a three-pointer.
And that's a nice job by Cookie. She took that ball baseline and then put a nice soft touch up.
56-23. Phoebus with 5.5 to go. Inside, good feed for Vivian Moss. She was fouled by Juanita Cook.
And we have timeout on the floor with 5:24 to go. You got some interesting information there for us?
Yeah, here you go. Well, let's watch this replay here. We'll get a chance to watch the. This won't be the timeout now, will it?
No.
Now, that's a good feed underneath.
Yes, and a foul.
Good feed to Dana Galbraith.
Joe, you're going to get Joe to come out here and get on you. You know that, don't you? Joe, it's not my fault. It's all Tim.
You know, you can watch Marvin Sylvest on Friday nights on Channel 29. Marvin always has an interesting feature for you. Maybe a trip to a museum, a ride on a bike, or a sea cruise on a yacht, or simply a talk on everyday topics. You'll enjoy his provocative, folksy, and relaxed approach on Channel. I'm falling asleep reading this.
It's really relaxing.
Channel 29, Friday nights when there aren't ball games being played or shown. We encourage you to go out and watch your local high school basketball game.
Absolutely. No better entertainment in the world for a couple $3.
Now, you really can't beat the price. You can't go and do anything for $3 anymore except come to a high school basketball game. And more importantly, you support high school athletics. Keep these kids involved in sports and off the streets. Vivian Moss has 9 points unofficially. And now, what have we got?
Got a violation on somebody on the side, and that doesn't make their shooter feel very good.
Well, Moss will not get a chance for the second shot. 56-24.
She had a unique style from the foul line. It's she shoots a jump shot.
Fret with the rebound. Monica Hart went up with it, and a foul. Foul is charged to Angie Coppage. That's her second. Hart at the free throw line. This will be her first trip to the free throw line, and she misses the first. And she misses the second as well. The rebound comes off to Pitt. Keisha Reese, baseline jumper is good. 6 points from the field for Reese, and she has another 5 from the free throw line, so she's got double figures with 11. Pass inside, picked off by Monica Hart. Back comes Juanita Cook. Hart will take the 13-footer. It's off the rim, no good. Fret rebounds and hits. .24 points for Fret, and we've got a foul in the backcourt.
And it was an offensive foul. She was pushing off with her non-dribbling arm, and Ruben Lemons picked it up. That was coming right towards Dr. Sam Still. In fact, I noticed he backed up a little bit.
Ball even hit him in the knee. Monica Hart kicks it out to Cook, to Pitt, back to Cook. Phoebus setting up the play. Reese gets the loose ball, back to Pitt. And now we've got a whistle inside.
I believe it's a 3-second violation.
There is no shot clock in high school ball. You don't have to get the shot away within a 45-second period of time or things like that. But you must keep the ball moving, and of course you can't stand in the lane. Picked off. Cookie, yes, and she'll get a free throw.
That was a nice, strong move to the basket.
11 points unofficially for Juanita Cook, and she'll get a chance to add one more from the free throw line to complete the three-point play.
Watch this replay as the steal is made right here, and she just takes it and goes strong to the basket, and 42 bumps her as she goes up. Well, I don't see the bump.
The foul, I think, occurred actually was.
Oh, here, yeah. Yeah, it was the girl coming in. Good camera work. Jerome Young, Angela Brown, and young Sam still on the camera. They just make our job so much easier. We sure appreciate them.
3:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 62-24 as Phoebus started slowly but have come on to play like they can here in the second half. And now as I say that, Monica Hart just loses the ball out of bounds.
Well, she was getting ready to pass the ball before she caught it. And you can't take your eye off the ball, and that's what happened.
Now Mike Talon is going to empty his bench at the first opportunity.
Pick them up, pick them up.
Yeah, right.
You got everybody in there, right?
I got everybody in here. I got 34, Tanya Brooks in here. We got
Noelle Blanc, number 31.
Blanc, Lucretia, quote, Fumbles Williams. That was a nickname that Mike told you about. There is Noelle Blanc stealing the ball. That's Veronica Donnell with the ball. And it's stolen by Cheyenne Hill. So let's see if we can set the lineup for you for the Phantoms. Sharonka Chapman rounds out the five on the court. (62-26). Nassenberg steals for the Crabbers. So the Crabbers will fall to 4-4 in the district and 5-6 overall. Phoebus will extend their unbeaten streak in the Peninsula District. They'll be 8-0. 62-26.
2 steals to Noelle Blanc.
Sharonka Chapman, too strong, but she is fouled.
Ooh, she was taken out.
No easy baskets.
No easy baskets in this game. They're going to contest every shot.
Noelle Blanc checks back in for Phoebus, replacing, I believe that's Gatewood that she replaced. You watch the replay. Hard-nosed basketball right here. Sharonka Chapman gets her name in the scorebook. Tanya Brooks stole the ball but lost it out of bounds.
Oh, she got it again, so she got her basket after all.
4 points for Brooks, 65-26. So just 12 second half points so far for the Crabbers. Angie Coppage at the free throw line with a chance to put her name in the score column, and she does. Chance to watch a replay of that.
And you can see right there, Noelle Blanc got her right on the arm as she was going up for the shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, Colonel Blanc doesn't have to take video of this. He can just check Channel 29 and watch his daughter.
There you go. Channel 29.
Kim Young will step to the free throw line for the Crabbers.
She got her head down. She's going to the basket. Oh, nice camera work. Well, that was a interesting shot.
Is Sam still alive? Sam,
he's on his knees down. I don't know if he's praying or what he's doing underneath the basket. That's a good shot. That's the shot right there is coming from young Sam Still underneath the basket.
Minute 33 remaining, 65-28. Phoebus girls comfortably in front. Cheyenne Hill connects, so she has 4 points. Action is hot and furious, just letting it tell its own story right now.
Yeah, it's we need to think about player of the game.
Well, it certainly would be not too difficult. 24 points for Lakeisha Frett. She was instrumental in not that the game was in any doubt at halftime, but she certainly sparked the second half. She and Keisha Reese, for Phoebus, in my estimation, the two of them were most instrumental.
Absolutely. I'll have to agree with you on that.
Frett with 24 points. On the other side of the ledger, Vivian Moss, two three-pointers, a total of 11 for the night for her. She would be my choice on the Hampton
and
side.
Numerous rebounds. I'll have to agree with you on both of those.
But AG, did you have some input?
I'll go with Lakeisha Reese. Lakeisha Frett. Keisha Reese also played well.
Sometimes, in many ways, I kind of enjoy getting a chance to see the players who don't play that much get a chance to get out there, because that's the only way you can get the experience of game action.
That is the only way you can get the experience. You're right. You got to get out there and you got to play against people that you don't know, you have never played against before, or if you have, very few times, and it makes a big difference. It really does.
Vivian Moss got the rebound and put it in. Some of Mike Talon's JV team is out there now. We don't have any names to match up with some of those numbers.
Hot and furious at the end.
AG will work his way across the court to get a chance to talk to the coaches, or at least a coach, and some of the players if possible. Get a chance to talk to young Lakeisha Fred would be nice. 65-34 is the final score. Cheerleaders exchanging pleasantries as they...
And you see it's either Sam Jr. or AG is always around the cheerleaders. You ever notice that?
There seems to be a trend there.
And there is AG. He's got Coach Mike Talon and Lakeisha Fred in the center of the court.
Okay, Bob, we got Mike. Mike, first of all, got a little slow start, but things came on strong in the second half.
Yeah, I don't want to make too much comment on that. We were real flat, and we just came. Let's just put it this way: we came back and played well in the second half.
All right, first, Lakeisha Fred, I think you had 24 points. Have to be pleased. You seemed to help spark that second half rally.
I still missed a few shots, but I just tried to help my team along.
All right, your teammate Monica and you kind of dominated the boards tonight in the second half.
Yeah, she's great to play with. I enjoy playing on the court with her and everything.
All right, Monica, congratulations on a big game. What about playing for Lakeisha this year? Monica, what was the difference in the second half tonight? What did Coach Talon tell y'all at halftime?
He told us to just go out and hustle because they were out hustling us.
Okay. How far can this team go, Monica?
I think we can go all the way.
All right. Mike, congratulations, another big win, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, AG. Appreciate it.
Mike Talon, appreciate it. Thank y'all. See y'all. Good luck.
All right, AG, thank you very much. And that's going to wrap it up here from the Hampton High School Gymnasium. The final score again. The Phoebus Phantoms, Mike Talon's team, extends their unbeaten streak in the Peninsula District to 8-0, 65, and the Hampton Crabbers fall to 4-4 with 34. For Bob Hintz and AG1, well, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.